If I'm back, and I haven't really had an answer. But now, yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
Let's go. Thank you very much, everyone. Welcome, everyone, to the Peti Kish on Live, where I'm back with another week full of topics. We're going to go through them as fast as possible. We're going to shotgun through everything, give you my thoughts and opinions about what I think about this Harry Potter series. We got Star Fox and the Mario Galaxies movie coming out soon, next week, I think, as well as Fortnite is in trouble. So we're going to go through all of these, guys. There's going to be a lot here. We're going to have quick topics. We're going to have the main topics, like I just said. A bunch of things here, guys, today. We're just going to go through them. There's a lot here to talk about. A lot to talk about. Let's talk about it. Yeah, so again, guys, thank you so much, everyone, for coming, lurking, whatever you're doing. Please, if you could, like the stream and sub if you're new here. I really appreciate if you could do that. It would be awesome, and I would really love that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys, for that. Definitely, if you could, I appreciate it. As well, if you're new here, of course, we're talking about entertainment, pop culture, gaming, movies, TV shows, all sorts of things on here with entertainment-wise and everything else in between. We have here a lot of people that are common sense, critical thinking. We have a lot of people like that on here, as well as me and others. You would fit in if you like some of those stuff. And a lot of things that I like, maybe you like as well. So, or you can agree to disagree, or you can disagree. Whatever you like, it's fine with me, guys. It's the internet. You can't please everyone. So, okay. So what we're gonna go today is I'm gonna start with a couple of things. To start it out, let me see here, guys. Okay. So let me talk about a little bit about what's going on with so this Sunday or last Sunday, whatever you want to say, it was March 22nd or something. We had the 30th anniversary of Resident Evil, and we had a lot of things that were dropping here and there, and I also had to chip in, talk about it. So the first thing that happened is we got a new fan-made movie, Resident Evil movie. It's called this is by the Residents of Evil, the Row. They made this movie, and they teamed up with other content creators, and they made this fan movie. It's called Resurrection, A Biohazard Story. Full movie, Resident Evil fan film, originally RE1 cast. So this is pretty much a love letter to anyone that played in 1996, playing the first Resident Evil. The CGI movie, like the beginning and the end sections, they reused all the actors. They all came back for this reunion, and they did like this, like, what if the story continued and they were older, kind of story. So they did that with it, and everyone was in there besides the Jill actress. I think she doesn't want to be part of it. She has her own life, and they were asking if she would come back. So they got a new actress to play Jill, which is fine. She's younger because now, all the experiments that Jill was made, it kind of makes sense they made Jill a little bit younger looking compared to the rest of the other cast. But yeah, it was pretty good. So I said, this was a fun fan film to watch. A perfect time for the 30th anniversary of Resident Evil. I was entertained for sure. A lot of nods to the games, and with a new story that felt like it was made for the fans. Great job, everyone, on the film. I hope Capcom or Hollywood is taking notes. And yeah, that's what I all have to say. I also reviewed it on Critic List. If you're not following me on Critic List, I don't know what you're doing, because I've been putting a lot of TV, movies on here, reviews. You guys can check it out. Sometimes I would like to do like a video review of these, but sometimes I just don't have time in general. So I just write a review myself on Critic List. So I'm in the link description below with all my link trees. You can find me on Critic List if you would guys want to check it out. It's a wonderful community full of great people, and it's not botted, and no bots, no critics like that are paid off shills. It's just for fans and communities that are giving their own opinion if they like the movie or if they didn't like the movie, or they're in between. So you do what you like, you can add everything in there as well. So I gave it a 70%. I think it's fair enough. I don't think it's as good as their last movie, A Keeper's Diary, A Biohazard Story. I think that one was a little bit better, even though it's more of a low budget compared to this. This was more high budget. It's just something about this one. I enjoyed all the little fan service and all that in there. It's just, I think the shorter the better, I think, in that aspect, sweeter. I feel like this tried to be like an indie developed movie, and it felt like too much was there to do different things. And it's like an hour and 10, 15 minutes long, the movie, so it's definitely longer than their last movie. I just enjoyed the last one a little bit more. Maybe it was just very short to the point, but this one felt like they wanted to flesh out a lot of characters. They wanted to give a lot performances. Everyone had their own story arcs they wanted to put together and how they wanted to wrap it up, the story. But yeah, and then we find out at the end, like, there's still other stories they can still tell, you know? And they bring back different actors. Spoiler alert, there's a lot of nods to different Resident Evils. They brought back the voice actor for Sheva Alomar from Resident Evil 5. And they also brought back, at the very end, Claire Redfield, the OG Claire Redfield from Resident Evil 2 voice actress, is playing Claire. So a lot of them replaced their roles for a little bit, even if it's not big. You had Chris Redfield back. You had Barry Burton. You had Jill Valentine. Even though it was a new Jill Valentine actress, she did a wonderful job. I thought she was probably one of the better ones of the acting. Then we had Rebecca Chambers come back. We had Albert Wesker come back. There's a lot there. Now, I have to say, the CGI wasn't that good. I don't know why, but the CGI in the last one, even though it's low budget, it was a little bit better, in my opinion. The CGI in this one wasn't the best. It was fine, but it could have been better in some instances. And acting, I know the old Resident Evil games are cheesy, so I didn't mind the acting being also pretty cheesy. These people that played these characters, they're not like super great actors, but they have some acting experience. They're just not, well trained enough. But you know what? I didn't care because I had a blast watching it. I thought it was a fun time. It was entertaining. If you're a Resident Evil fan, I highly recommend Resurrection, A Biohazard Story. It's free on YouTube. Check it out. Just wanted to tell you. I'm not even sponsored by them, but I just wanted to let you guys know because I had a fun time watching this. So yeah, shout out to Residents of Evil with that. And we have more here, guys. So, oh shit, I moved away. So I did, for an anniversary, I had to do something. And I know some people are going to be like, oh no, AI slop. Well, yeah, it might be AI slop, but you know what? I had fun, and I did these. I edited them. Of course, I had to use some AI prompts. But I said, happy 30th anniversary, Resident Evil. I made these clips with Grok a few months ago, which is true. I did. It was on my computer, and I just combined them all. And I thought, why not use them for a small edited concept? I also added some voice lines, music, and in-game footage from the games. Some scenes are derped and derp. That is just AI for you. So, I was trying to think, oh, should I put this on my YouTube shorts or some sort of shorts? I don't know what I'm going to put. So I put it on Twitter. Maybe I'd put it on somewhere else. It's good for a short, but I don't know. I wanted to put more, but I just didn't have enough time. And I was like, oh, I already had these pre-played, planned. I've done these just for fun. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to post them. Who cares? This would be a good concept for a movie or something, kind of idea. So this is pretty much my edited AI slop Resident Evil, if you want to say. I did it through Grok, ChatGPT, and I forgot what else. But mostly Grok. All right, here you go, guys. Check it out.
Resident Evil.
Hang on, Billy. I got you.
Thanks, Rebecca.
I love it. Just says motherly love. Motherly love. That's what he has. But it just came out so weird. And he's just spraying him. Thanks, Rebecca. It's so stupid.
Stand back, Jill!
Oh my God. This one was so great. He just blasts the door down. Jill's coming. This is the part where he's a Jill sandwich.
That was too close. You were almost a Jill sandwich.
Thanks, Barry. Go, Leon. You go. I'll be fine.
I'm not leaving you behind, Ada.
Of course, we gotta have the smooch because that's a very important part of Ada and Leon's relationship. When that happens, it's like, oh shit, kind of deal. It's like, yeah, That's an important part. So I had to. These are parts from the games, you know, like Rebecca spraying on the train. That's from Zero, and then you have one where Barry's saving Jill from the trap, and then you have Resident Evil 2 where Ada's hurt, Leon's coming to help, and Leon has to go and Ada stays, because she's undercover, and all that, and yeah, she just smooches Leon out of nowhere.
Oh, Leon, you go. I'll be fine.
I'm not leaving you behind, Ada.
Yeah.
September 28th, daylight.
Classic scene. One of my favorite scenes.
The monsters have overtaken the city. Somehow, I'm still alive.
So I just literally took the voice for that one and put it into it. This is the RE3 Jill. Jill turned out really good in the AI thing. She turned out really good with her loading up the gun and everything.
I'm still alive.
You can tell Jill's my favorite character because there's a lot of Jill clips.
Where could you be, Chris?
Code Veronica.
Follow me, Ashley.
Right behind you, Leon.
Resident Evil 4.
Stay close. Keep your eyes open.
I will.
That one's good. That one's pretty good. I think I showed this one before. Not the Jill on the motorcycle from Code Veronica. And her style is kind of like that with the bootlegs and everything. So this one is just RE4 with Ashley. This is great too.
Follow me, Ashley.
Right behind
These are like concepts pretty much.
you, Leon.
Stay close. Keep your eyes open.
I will.
Like if you were making a movie and you just did these AI little interactive movies, this could be like a great indicator for a concept for a movie. Like there's concept art for movies and TV shows and different things and games. Like this kind of style, even though this is like, if it was a movie that was like real life, this could be a great, like the atmosphere, the vibe of it, everything could work. That's why this could be a tool that could be used for good. But, people misuse AI for things. But I'm just saying, like, this could be a cool concept for a movie.
Follow me, Ashley.
Right behind you, Leon.
Stay close. Keep your eyes open.
I will.
Like, I would watch a movie of this. If this was, like, just a fan-made movie, like, in this village or whatever, I would watch it if it was, like, really well made. Yeah, I like the set and everything, It'd be fun. And great to see. And the actors, you pick out great actors that feel like the characters and stuff. It's good.
A new Genesis is at hand, and I will be the creator. Isn't that right, Jill?
I love he just smirks. Wesker's just smirking here. Jill's just like, she's like controlled. Oh, I forgot to put the thing on her chest. She had the control thing on her chest. But the AI gave her big titties, so I guess that's good, And it kind of is like Jill in that purple suit or whatever, and she's blonde.
Is at hand, and I will be the creator. Isn't that right, Jill?
Wesker, of course. I had to put the freaking Wesker's theme in there from RE5.
Give me an egg.
Hey, yo! Hey, yo! I love this face he makes. Chris gives this face. This is still from RE5. But if you guys know the reference, give me an egg. He does that a lot in the game, and it's hilarious when you ask Sheva, give me an egg. So he's just shooting zombies. Zombies are derped in the back. Pretty jacked, Chris Redfield. He eats the egg while playing the music Rust in the Summer in Mercenaries in RE5. That's our callback right there.
Where
And this is from Resident Evil 6. This is Sherry and Jake.
are you, Jake?
Hurry up, Sherry. Let's ditch this joint.
I think Jake turned out really good in Sherry too. I think they turned out pretty good. I felt like he needs a little different. He almost like a mohawk kind of style hair. It was kind of weird, but like his design, that's how they drew him. Sherry was perfect, I think.
Where are you, Jake?
Hurry up, Sherry. Let's ditch this joint.
This already sex.
Resident Evil.
Thanks.
There you go. Thanks. You always have to put the Chris Redfield. Thanks. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the 30th anniversary. I wanted to put RE7, RE8, RE9, but I was like, I didn't have time, so I just finished at 6. To be honest, the original, if you're thinking about it, the original games themselves ended at like 5 or 6 anyways. So this felt like more of like the original games they've had are, done at 6. Pretty much finished at 6 or 5. And then 7 started almost like a reboot of Resident Evil, but it still continued, I guess, the story arc, but it was like almost like a massive like reboot. You can see that as with the remakes now and everything. So, yeah, that was my 30th anniversary. Happy 30th anniversary for Resident Evil, and more to come probably in the future because this franchise is doing crazy numbers. Quick one right here, guys. I posted this. Another win for Henry Cavill makes me more interested to see the movie now. So this was a post, peak film moments. Dave Bautista says he trained 3 hours a day with swords just to keep up with Henry Cavill on the Highlander set. So they're remaking the Highlander movie. And from just pictures I saw, it looked kind of neat. Looked kind of cool. So, yeah, so he got to train 3 hours with swords with Henry Cavill because Henry Cavill has some technique now since, he played Geralt of Rivia in The Witcher show. And he has some ability. Now he has the training with swords. Cavill's speed and precision reportedly pushed everyone to another level, turning the fight scenes into something seriously intense and realistic. That's the kind of dedication you have to see. Hell yeah. You have to keep up, and he's a buff dude, well, not anymore. Dave Bautista, I think, lost weight. He went the Ozempic route. I don't know. But Henry Cavill, another dub. Easily. I missed this version of Geralt. Fuck. Yeah, same. I remember watching BTS for the first version of Witcher, and man, that dude worked hard on the choreography. Good to know that those skills are helping him still. So yeah. Yep. So yeah, Henry Cavill getting dubs out here again. Making the fans happy with, putting his 100% into whatever he does, the character he puts in. He's actually a fan of a lot of these properties. It's just, Hollywood always gets Henry Cavill. For some reason, he never, hits the mark. But you can tell Henry Cavill is such a good actor, and he's such good as playing as the character. It's just the writing is garbage most of the time. Or the story. But himself and his character, he's putting it all in. He's putting his all in. So good for him with that, with Henry Cavill. Love to see it. Love to see that one. All right. Let's continue. Those were just some little ones here and there. Let me see what we got here for you guys. Let's see. More quick ones here, guys. This kind of sucks, but Pirate Nation posted this. AI data centers are now using up a lot of regular CPUs, not just powerful GPUs and memory. New agentic AI system need many more CPUs. So it's not just they need a lot of parts to make these run. These systems handle tasks like planning, using tools, and managing complex work. This means more CPUs are required to keep everything running smoothly. Big tech companies are buying up several server CPUs from Intel and AMD. As a result, wait times for these CPUs are now 6 months or longer in some cases, and prices are rising. Yikes, that's not good. That's not good, dude. That's not good.
No!
We see this, yes. But there are also things where AI is actually losing, like Sora. Sora recently, they've abandoned ship. So Sora, the AI for Sora, that video maker, text to video, whatever it was, they're out. They're completely out. So I just saw that recently. So it's like, yeah, it might work for some, and then for others, it's just not worth it. I'm like, it's actually factual information that there is, for AI, it's not doing as hot as they thought it would be. Like, these companies and investors were putting so much money into these AI data centers and everything, but it seems like it's not actually financially reliable, and it's not giving the results they thought it would do. And we don't know how long it will be, but this says 6 months, the CPUs and GPUs they're using. Is it ever going to be enough? That's the problem. Is it ever going to be enough? And I don't know. But I had a feeling. I talked to a friend of mine, and I said, I think this AI thing, the bubble is going to burst. I know people are saying, oh, yeah, right, no one. But I said I would give it like 6 months or a year, and I feel like it's not going to work out, and all of this AI stuff will be in the background, but it won't be as pushed as hard as it is now. That's what I think it's going to happen. I could be wrong. Again, this is just me speculating what I think could happen, but I feel like this AI thing is getting pushed extremely hard, and a lot of good and bad things are happening out of this. But the thing is, I don't think it's going to be, how would I say it? I don't think it's going to be a thing that will be I know it's everywhere at the moment, but I don't think it's going to be to the point where they're going to see those big gains. The corporations, the finances, I don't think they're going to see the big gains, and they're going to find out the hard way that they're going to be losing money instead of gaining money, and they might actually go back to what worked before instead of pushing this AI thing where AI is everything. Something like that in that aspect. I think it's going to be, they're going to switch it back. They're going to be like, hold up, wait a second. We're going to go back to what worked before because this is not working. We thought this is going to work, but it's not working. Maybe we went too fast, too hard into this, and maybe we need to just slightly move it. We went too fast on it. We got to make it maybe do it a little bit slower and start hiring people back to actually, will do stuff instead of laying off people and stuff. So I don't know. I'm just thinking about it. Yeah, I don't think it's going to last. Like, this AI thing is not going to last that long. Hopefully. I could be wrong, but hopefully something will happen with that might affect it. Instead of being negative, hopefully it becomes more positive in some aspects to it. But here's also something else that happened, and I'm not surprised. We have Pirate Nation again. Sony has announced new price increase for the PS5, PS5 Pro, and PlayStation Portable, effectively April 2nd, 2026. So pretty much, is it next week? Or the week before? No, it's going to be next week. So pretty much next week, guys. So if you want to get PlayStation, get it now because prices are going up. For old existing consoles, let's just say they're still new, but they're older now. You would think older stuff would decrease in price, but no. We're going to increase them because we need those right now. PS5 base will raise to $649.99, $650 for the disc version. Fuck that, dude. And $599.99, so $600 for the digital version in the US. PS5 Pro will be $899.99, so $900. The PlayStation Portal will increase to $249.99, so $250. And there you go. Hot take, but I think things should get cheaper the more old that they are. I agree. They should, right? In case you're serious, there you go. PS5 disc, $550 to $650, $100, 18% increase. So yeah, I guess they don't like money. Are they trying to hedge against Steam Machine? Yeah, the Steam Machine's not doing so hot right now because we don't know what's going to happen with the Steam Machine because of the RAM shortages and all that. So, Sony, no PS6 this year. Also, Sony, but here's a more expensive 6-year-old PS5 Genius. Yeah, really? Yes, I just continue emulating PS1, PS2. Thanks. Yep, do you, my man. You do you. I can already imagine the face of someone who wanted to buy a PS this year. Bruh. Yeah, I don't even have a PS5. I don't really care for PlayStation as much anymore. I feel like the only gen I played a lot last was PS4 and PS3. Also, I had a PS1, PS2. I loved all of those. PS5, really don't care. I feel like it's just a filler. It's like Pogimmy said when we were playing, we were going live and we were doing the After Dark special. He said it felt like PS5 was like a scam. It felt like it was like he even said too. It felt like a filler. Like this generation feels like a filler for consoles, and there's not much besides the controller itself. The PlayStation 5, which I have, I think it's really good, and it has a lot of gizmos and things you can do on it that make it feel really good, especially for racing games. But I'm just telling you, the console itself, I don't know. I feel like the PlayStation needs to be customizable. Like, straight up, you can do whatever you want, like a PC, customizable. Make it just literally a PC. Make all of these consoles a PC. And just do whatever you like and customize them. Don't firmware block it or anything. Just let these consoles be... if people want to twinker and check it out and customize it as much as they want, let them do it. I say let them do it. But they won't do that. They will have to have the PlayStation ecosystem. They have to be stuck on one system for how many years and never can upgrade if they want to. So it's a shame, but that's what it is. So yeah, PlayStation increase happening. Not a surprise at all with that one. Not a surprise. All right, guys. What else we got here? Oh, here we go. This one. So you guys remember we talked about Steam getting sued by New York because of the loot boxes and all that. Well, here's another thing with Pirate Nation. New York AG Latala James, who is suing Valve over loot boxes in Counter-Strike 2 and other games, has been referred to the DOJ for allegedly homeowners insurance fraud onto properties. The referrals were filed by Trump administration officially on March 25th, 2026. Oh, shit.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Oh, shit.
Huh?
That sucks, dude. It seems like some shady stuff is going on even there, huh? It's the Pirate Nation. Do nothing win. There's Cabe Newell. Does nothing wins. That's funny. Does nothing wins. Win. You're on Valve's time now, motherfucker. Okay, this person suing Valve over loot boxes getting investigated for fraud in a kind of irony. You can't make it up. Yeah, like, she's suing Valve when she is also a fraud herself, and that's funny as fuck. That is the irony of that. It's like, bruh, this is crazy. So I don't think this is gonna go anywhere with Valve. This case, I think they're gonna scratch it. Maybe they might have something, but now this came up. I don't know about this, guys. I think this is donezo. I think Valve just won again. So Valve keeps on winning. Steam keeps on winning. And you love to see it. You love to see it. Valve didn't do anything bad in that situation at all. Not at all. Okay. What else we got here? Let me see. Let me see what we got here. Okay. We got a lot of Fortnite. Oh, here we go. Check this out, guys. More here. All right. So Pirate Nation again. There's a lot of Pirate Nation ones, but there's some interesting headlines here. Capcom has apologized for the Street Fighter 6 Alex and Patricia incest controversy and announced a patch is on the way. What?
Huh?
No.
Holy shit.
So you're saying to me that there was a mistake from the beginning? That this was not supposed to happen? Or was it just, oh, maybe it was, and then people just thought it was weird? In Alex's arcade ending, the marriage, Patricia, in what fans saw as an incestual relationship, she is adopted sister. She is his adoptive sister and second cousin. She is the adopted sister. Okay, yeah, because it's a different thing, but still. It's still something with blood, though. Capcom will release a patch to fix the confusion text while keeping the original story. So they're still keeping it, but they're going to change the lore that she's probably not related. She's also adopted, just like Alex is adopted, so they're both adopted. So that would make sense that, you know, they're not blood related in some way. So I could see that. Why are they apologizing? Listening to Western hyper-crisis for something that is normal and legal everywhere on the earth and is every religion. Yeah, but it's still weird. I don't care what it is. It's weird. Like, that's not where the hill to die on, my dude. What's wrong with marrying a cousin? Bro.
No!
No is right. Whoa. No, I don't think. It's fictional characters in a video game. Who gives a fucking shit to make a fuss about it? True, that is true. It's not real, but at the same time, if you've been a fan of this character since 90s, early 2000s, and you've been there for a long time, and you're just like, well, I want to see what this character has been doing, and then you just you get this freaking lore dump, and you're like, what the fuck is this? You know, like, I think you would be pissed. I would be pissed. Like, just like we're going to be talking with Harry Potter, with, you know, the Harry Potter series coming to HBO Max. Yeah. Race swapping Snape, you know, it's pretty crazy. Not going to lie. I think a lot of people are memeing on it, but we're going to be talking about in depth in that too. But it's not looking good in that aspect either. So why would you help me as censorship strikes again? It's also tiresome. Yeah, but this is like, I feel like this is not like a bad censorship. This is like kind of like, yo, how did this go through? We kind of fucked up. Like, this is kind of like frowned upon. I think in a lot of in West, of course, but it's more frowned upon also in some other areas in the world that are not in the West. So a lot of people are just not okay about this whole situation. A lot of people are disappointed. So it doesn't matter if it's censorship or not. in this aspect, I would say I don't like this. Confusing text, the same line in Japanese and English language. I think this one is an okay one. Like, I know sometimes it's not okay to censor things, and yeah, whatever. And I don't like to censor things, but this one is not like a censorship. It's more of like we fucked up hard, and a lot of people didn't like it. I know it's not good to bend the knee, but I feel like this is a thing that I feel like most people are not okay with, for this. So, I thought this is going to happen. They're going to patch this up, but this will be in the future when we talk about Street Fighter. This will be, if we bring up Alex, this will be always a thing where people are going to bring up that Alex fucked up so hard, and there's this hidden lore that people didn't know what happened, and people will be like, what the fuck? And now it's going to be a thing. So, the internet will not forget about Alex and what happened, but Capcom will try to forget it and try to patch it up. I don't know how. I don't know if people will still remember. So, yeah, I just saw that. I was like, okay, Street Fighter fixing their mistakes, I guess. Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Okay, so what we got here? A lot of epic. Okay. Oh, here we go. Another one here by Pirate Nation again. A 91-year-old gamer, Yang Binglin, known as Game Grandpa, has completed the new Resident Evil Requiem without any online guides or walkthroughs. Holy shit.
Holy shit.
Wow. 91, dude. Playing Resident Evil Requiem. Damn. I don't know how your heart's taking him, but damn. What a trooper. He tracked every map layout, puzzle solution, and detail by hand in his personal notebook. Damn, this guy is pro, dude. What a real gamer, dude. A real one. I agree. Respect. Wax on, wax off. Yep. The best of the best. Hell yeah. Respect. That's cool for him. Although, to be honest, who did? Who wouldn't? Never did. Thought I didn't look up it. This is normal. First playthrough. Soft locked, see video, and I did look up the solutions for the final puzzle, but it's kind of absurd. Necessary. Did he do that? I don't think so. I think the final puzzle is a thing you need to actually look up because there's no way. But he tracked every I think he just beat the game itself. I think he just beat the game once. And he just did everything that he could once, besides the final puzzle. Because I think that one would have been a very hard one to do. How could I learn this puzzle, this power? I'm in my prime. This will be me. PlayStation 20. Here I come. Yeah, it's like, I hope when I'm that age, I can function and play these horror games like Resident Evil, even though it's my favorite. How long will I have to play these until... it's like, oh, I can't play these no more, I hope I could be like this guy. I want to play like this guy, dude. I want to play like this guy when he plays games. Dude, how fun will it be if you see me playing freaking, older and you see me playing these games as an old man? That would be interesting, and it'd probably be pretty fun to watch. I think it would be fun to watch. It would be so funny. But, yeah, good for him. Good for him. A real OG right there for sure. Love to see it. Love to see it, dude. Love to see it. What else we got here? Okay. We have another one with Capcom. Let's continue the Capcom thing. Capcom CEO Kenzo Toshimato says PC will soon surpass consoles as the world's leading gaming platform. I've been saying this for a while. Square said this. Capcom has been saying this. Their main market right now is PC, and they understand it. That's why they're not doing exclusivity at all. They're even for the part 3 for Final Fantasy, it's not going to be exclusive. It's going to be multi-platform now. So they understand exclusivity is not where it's at. Consoles is not where it's at. It's at PC. And I know a lot of console like fanboys, and they love their consoles and they die on the hill pretty much on what they love about their console and everything. But let's be honest though, the console market is starting to dwindle. It's starting to trickle down. And the PC market, even though yes, it's expensive, you're getting a better reason to have a PC because of the customization of it. That's why I said, as I said before, why won't these consoles just become PCs? Why can't they just be customizable? You can do whatever you like, with your profile in the game itself or with the games. You can do mods. You can do whatever. Why can't we do that with games existing on consoles now? Well, the PC can do all this. And people are saying, oh, I never had these problems with PC. I have so many issues because different this, different that, different situations. I don't have this. It's like console, you have it and you don't have problems. Everyone has that problem, then everyone gets it. That's not true either, because consoles, sometimes people have problems that happen in console and then some other person never had that problem before, Like with my PlayStation 5 controller, I have stick drift. I know a lot of people have stick drift. And guess what? My friends, none of them they have a PS5 and they have a controller and they don't have stick drift. But I see people online going crazy and they're like, yeah, I have stick drift too. So it's not true. People have different situations and different problems. It doesn't matter if it's console or PC. That's a bullshit take, and I think that is. But I understand it's easier and more normie friendly to just play on console. I understand that. The company's latest annual report features some truly world-class management speak about things like Capcom's value creation strategy. Yeah, so just nothing new here. Pretty much Capcom's going forward with PC because PC market is a big market and they understand where the money is. There you go. Kind of makes sense. Pretty much makes sense. Okay, let's see. This one's interesting. Since we're talking about Square Enix and Capcom, let's talk about this one. Mugalon posted this. Let's see what it's about, though, first. So this is by Genki. And it says 77% of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth players in the U.S. were aged 30 or over, according to data from Circlin. Negative 62% were aged 35 or older, while Matt Prister. Okay, so someone did a thing on this. That's crazy. Yeah, this kind of makes sense, though. Like, what did it say? 62% were aged 35 or older. It makes sense. It makes sense, dude. It really does.
Holy shit.
It makes sense because the people my age, because I'm in my 30s. And it makes sense because I grew up playing Final Fantasy VII when it first came out. A lot of people now, like in my age, are in the same age. And a lot of people wanted to see how or what this new kind of story would do, or this remake. But then they found out, wait, this is not a remake. This is a reimagining. And that's what Mugen Lord's saying here. You would have thought this game's purpose was to appeal to a new generation of gamers. They were better off making a true remake, and the OGs would have shown up in drones. And that's what I said. It's not the new people. The new people don't really care. Like the young people, I would say new people. young people don't care about Final Fantasy as much as like the old heads here that have been playing since they were kids. Like 60% were aged 35 or older. Bruh. US were aged 30, or 77 of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth players in the US were aged 30 or over. 77%. You just alienated 77% of people that could have done better with just a one-to-one remake of the original with better graphics. You could have been making even more. And Rebirth did less than the remake, because when people got the first one, the remake, people thought it's a one-to-one, which it wasn't. And then the Rebirth fell off because people would just jump ship and they're like, fuck this, kind of deal. Even though I have both, I'm still playing through both of them. I do like some things in this one, but I don't like the story where it's going with the story thing. I like some of the characters, how they look. The music, the environments look nice. Like a lot of things about it. Even the play style, I don't mind that kind of play style. It's like an in-betweener of turn-based and not turn-based, and you still have to use strategies with your characters. It's not bad, but it's not what I wanted from original if it was a one-to-one remake, So that's what Mugen Lord's saying here. You would have made more if it was OG heads with drove in many ways, yeah? And I think there's another one here. Because Mugen Lord was correct about that. Here's another. According to our recent data, 77 U.S. players of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth are age 30 or older. The game draws heavily from fans of the 1997 original. Well, you don't say. The most frustrating thing about it is that the game is that it makes absolutely no effort to bring in a new generation. I grew up hearing about the repercussions and waited for the remakes for a long time. But instead of me making something for new fans, they made a self-indulgent game for old fans. Draws heavily from nostalgia, split in fans faced by changing the story dramatically, split the game into 3 games, an unknown reason, mini censorship, and adding bloat to the content, cry when sales not meeting targets. Why are you Square Enix like this? It's so true, though. So true. The game draws heavily from fans of the 1991 original, and yet they did this. Yeah. Well, yeah, like people were saying, well, you don't say, because we said this so many times. This is supposed to be made for the OGs, but they're trying to get new people, and the new people don't give that much. They don't give that much. They don't care about Final Fantasy like we old heads do, kind of deal. Like, it's like, dude, this game is nothing. People, new generation people, they're playing like Persona. They're playing like all these new JRPGs now, like they're coming out, like Xenoblade. They don't care about Final Fantasy. They're like, Final Fantasy, that's some old stuff, right? It's like, yeah, maybe some of them will. There's 1 or 2 that probably like this, but most of them are just old heads. Let's be honest. There were the ones that were wanting to see what happens, like this new upgraded graphic looking game. It's going to be like you remember. And then it was nothing like you remember because it was a completely different thing. So, yeah. And a lot of people that did jump in, they're going back and playing the old one. And they're like, what the heck? This wasn't in the remake. Now they're finding out that it was a completely different story. It was a different thing. And they're like, this wasn't in it. This wasn't in it. This wasn't in it. Wait, but this is new. This is new. Oh, wait, what? And it's like, yeah, no shit. That's what I've been saying for a while. It's not a remake. It's a reimagining. It's like these people, like people that actually are true fans and they understand the source material, even though, fans are now split with this, which They just made it worse because they split fan bases now. They will tell you, like, this is not what it's supposed to be. This is how it's supposed to be, you know, kind of deal. They'll tell you. Same with Resident Evil. Now Resident Evil fans are also in between. Now they're also split. There's a lot of people that are like, I love all sorts of Resident Evil, which was like, I love all Star Wars. Like, that's kind of weird too. Like, no, you have to pick one of them that you like or you don't like. One is better than the other. Let's be honest. They're not all Resident Evils are good. They're good. They're pretty good games in general. They're fun and they're good, but there are better ones than, and then there's some ones that are pretty stinky, but most of them are pretty good. I'm saying the same with Resident Evil. They have like split fan bases now with those. So I just wanted to bring this up with Final Fantasy. It's like, it's a no-brainer that 77% of the U.S. is over 30, and they're playing that, and they don't make it for them. It's like, bruh, you don't say. This is a really quick one, guys, too. We're going to read this a little, or check this one out, too, as well. I'm going quick, guys, real quick. Here we go. Another one with Pirate Nation. I saw this, and I wanted to bring it up a little bit, too. Nintendo cut Switch 2 production by over 30% due to the weak U.S. sales. Oh, no.
No!
Huh?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
What happened? What happened? Remember, it was in August or whenever it came out? It was like the best-selling system of all time. I said that. Remember when I said this? When Switch 2 comes out, it's going to sell like crazy. And then we're going to wait. And it's going to start dwindling down. It was going to start going down and down and down. There won't be any interest of the Switch 2. It's only the hype. The obsessive foam of hype where they have to have the new thing. You have to have it. The hype is so real. No, I'm going to have it right now at this moment. The hype was so there. And now people are saying, I haven't touched my Switch 2 since it launched. I heard people say that before. It's true, though. Like, you had like 2 or 3 games? That's it? Or 4? And then you just played all your old games on Switch 2. Like, Switch 2, for me, if I had a Switch 2, if I got gifted one or whatever, I wouldn't say no to it. But at the same time, I would just use it as like, I'll play all my old backlog of Switch games I have and play it on this because it's better, it's better rendered. Most of the new games, I probably wouldn't even touch at the moment really. I wouldn't even touch. That could change. There could be a really good game that comes out on Switch 2, and I'm like, oh, okay, I gotta have this. That could be anything to like Smash Brothers or something that would intrigue me a lot and be like, okay, I'm going to play this. But most of the games, not really, guys, for me. Personally, not really. So it says the company now plans to make 4 million units this quarter instead of 6 million, with reductions continuing into April. So Switch 2, like I said, it's going to do crazy numbers in the beginning. Crazy numbers. Because all these fanboys, all these Nintendo fanboys, and the hype, the hype foam of it I have to have the new thing. Of course, that's a given. It's Nintendo. But I was like, just wait and see how it does later down the line, because that's when you know if this is going to be a moneymaker or not. And I'm just saying, I'm just seeing it as is, because with all the bad decisions Nintendo has been making recently, this is the worst Nintendo has been in a long time, guys. A long time. So they've made some bad decisions, but this generation is absolute just greed. Straight up just greed. And people need to bring this up and stop just consuming. But the thing is, it's really hard. I'm not going to say what you should do with your money. I will not say that. I know It's just me personally. I just don't want to consume and just eat everything that's Nintendo's making, because I'm not going to be one of those people that shills for Nintendo like that. I don't. Like, I'll just be real with you. Like, I'll tell you what I like and what I don't like. You know, there's things I like about Nintendo, and there's things I don't like about Nintendo. Most of the things were positive. Now it's becoming more of a, yeah, what happened to this company kind of deal, you know? We're going to talk about more Nintendo a little bit later, too. So there's going to be a lot of things. Maybe I should just go into Nintendo stuff, but Switch 2 is not doing so good. They're just saying, well, it could be because of the tariffs. It could be because of that. It could be other things. But I think it's just people are not interested in the Switch 2. People still have Switch 1s, and they're fine with them, you know? Even though they're probably wanting to increase Switch 1s now, which is absolutely retarded. It doesn't make no sense. But, yeah, people are just fine with whatever they have now, you know? If I ever get, like, a Switch 2, I wouldn't say no to it. Like, hell yeah, if I had a Switch 2, I get gifted a Switch 2, I'll be like, hell yeah, I'll take that. That's fine. Thank you so much, you know? But generally, I wouldn't spend it on a Switch 2. I'd rather get, like, a Steam Deck. Or if, you know, since I'm more into, like, the Steam ecosystem, I have plenty of games on there, a backlog of games. I'd rather get a Steam Deck. For Nintendo, I have a couple of games, but I don't have, like, as much as, you know, Steam, because they just have a lot of good sales and good pricing of games. And Nintendo never has actually good sales. Like, their sales are $5 off or $10 off. That's it. That's your sale. It's not like a massive amount, like $20 or $40 off. It's just like the weakest sales Nintendo has. They're so greedy, it's ridiculous. So I'm just saying that Nintendo is something for sure. Nintendo is something. Okay, how we doing with time, guys? Let's see. We're an hour in. All right, so let's get into these other ones here. Real quick ones here too. More Nintendo stuff too. Here we go. Smash Bros. Dev says it's impossible to grant all players' requests. So he's pretty much saying you can't please everyone, which is fine. I've said that before. Excuse me. I had a burp going. Masahiro Sakurai, the creator of Smash Brothers and Kirby Air Riders, is now discussing the difficulties of trying to satisfy everyone while assuring that their audience is heard and respected. This is a thing where you're, as a developer or as a director yourself, you need to listen to everyone, but at the same time, you need to filter. There has to be a filter there, because there's going to be people saying, freaking, I want... Like, in Smash Brothers, there was, like, crazy requests that, like, no one cared about, and there was not anyone that really wanted this character, but they just, oh, we'll just add this in there, you know, kind of deal. Like, that's why they got, like, Mii costumes instead. That's why it's very hard, especially if you're trying to please a lot of people. Sometimes pleasing everyone doesn't work, and sometimes it does. It's very rare, but it does. So I don't know. It's very hard. I think it's very hard, but you got to filter things, because there's people that want, like, the things that really no one wants, and it's only that one person, and it's the most obscure thing, and it's like, yeah, we're not doing that. It's like, is there actually, like, a voice out there that other people want this, not just one person? Because if you give it to one person, that one thing, people are just going to question, like, who was this made for? It's made by one person. One person wanted this, you know, kind of deal. It's like, no, that's dumb. That's dumb. So here we go. Furthermore, Masahiro Sakurai proudly stated that the always tries to keep players in mind when he's developing a video game. However, plenty of time and labor can be added when accommodating player requests, and he knows there's no way to appease everyone. I want to implement things because I understand the reasons behind the player's desire, but it would be utterly impossible to grant everyone requests. So we have to decide what should be implemented with the balance in mind. There will be players who think customization is pointless, but they definitely don't feel like our efforts were in vain at all, he said. While this is a regard to Kirby Air Riders, much can be said that the same vein for the Super Smash Bros. Series. There is plenty of players requested characters that have yet to appear in the beloved Nintendo fighting game. While some third-party emissions, such as Devil May Cry, Dante, or Crash Bandicoot, make sense. Many who love Nintendo are still waiting to play as Waluigi and Smash. Perfectly fine. All of those characters I would be okay with, like a Dante from Devil May Cry, Crash Bandicoot, Waluigi. All of those I would have been okay with. I know there's a fan base for those, and I would say, yes, I would be okay if they were added in Smash. See? That's an okay thing. But you have an obscure character like freaking, I don't know, Nintendogs. The dog from Nintendogs is a character. It's like, no, I don't want that. No, thank you. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate release. Okay, so Sakurai is pretty much saying the loud thing that everyone's been saying, like, yes, we can try to do what we can to please a lot of people, but we can't please everyone. Like I said, you can't please everyone. And that's okay. That's okay. Now, if you're actually not pleasing everyone and you're actually, the devs are actually fighting back with the community and saying, well, if you don't like it, too bad, don't play the game and stuff like that. That's when it's a problem, when it gets too toxic, when the devs don't want to actually listen to fan feedback, kind of deal. That's when it gets too bad. That's the opposite, when it turns really bad. But yeah, there you go. Sakurai still talking about things, probably on his channel and all that, but good for him. Good for him. Okay, let's talk more about Nintendo. There's a lot of new Nintendo stuff has been coming out. Take this with a grain of salt, guys. A lot of these Nintendo stuff, but major Legend of Zelda remake coming this year. It's claimed. What?
Huh?
The Legend of Zelda is set to get a remake from Nintendo, at least. It's according to known Nintendo insider Nate the Hate. In his latest podcast, Nate the Hate spoke about what he's heard regarding Nintendo upcoming plans for Switch 2. Not only did he mention that he's heard of Pikmin 4 Switch 2 edition, okay, whatever, Pikmin, cool, I guess, was coming this year, but a major remake from the Legend of Zelda franchise is coming to the platform. What games, you ask? One of the best video games of all time, The Legend of Zelda or Ocarina of Time. I've heard of this rumor for a while myself as well, that Ocarina of Time is getting a remake. Not a remaster like it did with the 3DS, because that was a really good remaster. I like that Ocarina of Time remaster. But a remake, built from a ground-up new engine, but to be similar as the original. So a better graphically game, probably better UI, better controls, but the same story as is kind of thing. There is another anniversary this year, and it's the anniversary of Legend of Zelda. What I can share with you today is that in the second half of 2026, approaching the holidays, we are going to receive an Ocarina of Time remake on Switch 2, he said. That would be crazy. I think that is going to be a console seller right there. I think so. Because if it's like an OG, and if it's not like Breath of the Wild or Wind Waker, or Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom style of Ocarina of Time, instead it's just a one-to-one remake, as you remember, I think it's going to sell like gangbusters, because a lot of the old heads like me and others will be coming in and they're going to be like, damn, I want to replay this again with this graphics. These looks amazing. Now, if they tweak on the story and change some things around, then I could have a problem. If they have added story that makes sense and is interesting, I would be okay with that. But altering things, that's not a remake. That's a reimagining, you know? Released in 1998 for the Nintendo 64, Ocarina of Time is highly regarded as one of the greatest video games of all time. Upon its release, the game received nearly perfect score across the board from outlets and players. A remake for the Switch 2 would be the first time this game got a special treatment back in 2011. There are people on Unreal Engine 4 or 5 that are making Legend of Ocarina of Time on it. I've seen videos on it. There's one YouTuber who does that, and it looks really nice. So could he be hired by Nintendo to do it? Possibly, but most likely not. They're going to have their in-house do it. Ocarina of Time 3D was released for the Nintendo 3DS handheld. This would, however, be the first console remake of the game. So yeah, take this with a grain of salt. Ocarina of Time, Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time remake might be happening this year for the anniversary. Pretty crazy, dude. That is a crazy one to think about. Crazy one to think about. All right. Let me see here. Okay, we got more Nintendo stuff. So, besides Legend of Zelda, Star Fox is returning in summer 2026. It's claimed. What?
Huh?
We're going to be talking about Star Fox because Fox McCloud is in Mario Galaxy, the movie. So we're going to be talking about, but this is something else. The Star Fox franchise is set to make a return this summer on the Nintendo Switch 2, according to a claim by a reliable insider. The timing of this claim can't be any better, as Nintendo has just revealed that McCloud, Fox McCloud, my bad, is going to be in the Super Mario Galaxy movie, and the character will be voiced by none other than Glenn Powell, which I did not know that, but we found out that later. So Glenn Powell voicing Fox McCloud, a pretty good pick. Pretty good pick. I think that's a good choice. Now it seems the franchise might be looking to make a grand return in the video game scene as well. The last Star Fox game, now I think about it, wasn't it on Wii U, Star Fox Zero? And that did poorly. It didn't do well. And the franchise was kind of abandoned. It could be making a return. I don't know how. I would want, to be honest, you know, the GameCube emulator, I would like them to just bring back Star Fox Assault and Star Fox Adventure, just straight up. I know Star Fox Adventure is a weird one, I understand, but I still like it. It has that Rare charm to it. You know, Rare's developed it, and I still like what it is. You know, it's not really a Star Foxy game, but I still enjoyed it. Assault was also really good. I also enjoyed Star Fox Assault, so I would love to bring those back. Star Fox will kick off Nintendo Switch 2 summer 2026 lineup and will be classic style game. Yeah, this is promoting like Fox McCloud in Mario Galaxies. This is promoting more than just, oh, he's going to be in the movie. He's going to have his own movie, or he's going to be Smash Brothers or whatever. No, this is because they will be making a Star Fox game, and that's why it's promoting it. Just like Donkey Kong got its own little segment in the Mario Brothers movie, and then we had a Donkey Kong game come out for Switch 2. So it's like the same. During the latest episode of the podcast, Nate the Hate, again, revealed that players will receive a brand new Star Fox game in the summer of 2026. The insiders heard the upcoming Star Fox title will be classic style game with very satisfying visuals and will feature online multiplayer. The insider also heard that the game should be revealed within the next month, in the month of April 2026. Okay, so in April we might hear about this. Star Fox is highly popular third-person action-adventure series around space flight situation and rail shooting, blah, blah, blah. We know that. Okay, so It has online, everything, old style kind of gameplay. Sure, I'm all up for it. Star Fox returning, I'm always up for Star Fox. So Star Fox returning is a good thing. I like Star Fox. I like myself some Star Fox. So, since we're talking about Star Fox, let's just talk about this reveal. Let's just talk about the main one with Star Fox, okay? Star Fox, Fox McCloud confirmed for Super Mario Galaxy movie. So this was revealed. Let's rock and roll just randomly by the Mario Galaxies, and people are like, what the hell is this? Is this fake? What is this? And no, it's real. Let's rock and roll. Fox McCloud joins the Super Mario Galaxy movie only in theaters April 1st. Get tickets now. So the movie is coming out next week, soon. And they're just literally saying, yeah, Fox is in this game or in this movie. And people are like, what? Star Fox? Wait, so you're telling me there's going to be more cameos? So who knows? Maybe there will be a Kirby or a Samus or some sort of other cameo in space because they're doing Galaxy theme, you know? And I was like, I would have just wanted to see this as a movie. Like, okay, Mario, Fox, okay. And a lot of people are like, oh, it's going to be Smash Brothers themed. It's, you know, it's happening Smash. Maybe that could be the case. Or maybe it's just promotion for a new Star Fox game because people like Fox. Like Fox, to me, feels like, like Puss in Boots, like Shrek that was like Puss in Boots, and then they made like its own spin-off with Puss in Boots story. Fox, to me, would be something like a Puss in Boots. I think he needs to be that kind of style of character where he's cool, a sly kind of character, and he's cool kind of dude. I think he should be definitely something like a Puss in Boots kind of character. I that's my feeling. Like that's how I would make Fox, but I could be wrong. Cornelia will be represented in the Mario Galaxy movie. Oh my gosh, Cornelia is gonna be in the movie. That's gonna be sick. I'm going to try to go to the movie theaters next week and watch this. I'm going to try to go and watch this, guys. Straight up, I'm going to try to, if I can. If I can, I will try to see this. As Fox McCloud is one of a new poster for the film. Nintendo Cinematic Universe expanded this week. Previously, trailers have not only confirmed Yoshi, Wart's in it, Birdo's in it, Mouser's in it, and other long-time Mario side characters, but also included other Nintendo IPs. I'm guessing also Shy Guys. The Shy Guys was in the first one too. Yeah, they were. Okay. The inclusion of Pikmin has been confirmed, and another staple Nintendo character has also been confirmed. So Pikmin's also in it. Okay. So yeah, I could see that. Pikmin, movie, whatever. So Nintendo universe is combining. The Smash Brothers is combining. Is indeed in the movie and features a new poster. There was a previous speculation that Fox was in the film as eagle-eyed fans spotted would look in his gun holster in past trailers. Now it's known that at least leader of the Cornelian army will be canon in the Mario movie universe. It's not known whether Slippy the Toad, Peppy the Hare, and Falco Lombardi, the rest of his team, will joining him. I hope so. But you know what? If it's just Fox, I'd be okay. I'd be okay with Fox because I would prefer them being in the Star Fox movie. I would. I'd prefer a Star Fox movie instead. I would be okay with that. But if it's just Fox, okay. But if they add more, that'd be cool too. I wouldn't mind that. And then maybe we could do an arc with Crystal. We could add Crystal in there. That'd be cool. And a bunch of Andros and all those bad guys later too. Shikumi Miyamoto properties are all hitting the big screen. So a lot of people are upset that this wasn't a surprise in the movie. But I was like, okay, people leak these days. We got this leaking culture. Everything gets leaked now. This would have been leaked already. It was already leaked, I think, like a few days ago. And then Nintendo just said, let's just plop it in there. Boom. Let's plop it in there. You know what it is. People know what it is. Let's just do it. It'll surprise them. But it would have been better in the movie theater if you watched it and you get surprised. But still, either way, people would have took a picture of it in the movie theater and posted it online. So it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. I'm not that upset about it. Shigeru Miyamoto, the legendary creator of Mario and Donkey Kong, saw his main creations hit the big screen with the 2023 Super Mario Bros. Movie. The Legend of Zelda, another Miyamoto creation, is getting a live-action movie released in 2027, which I think is going to be huge. Pikmin and Star Fox are featured in the film. It appears that legendary Nintendo producer is seeing all these projects hit the big screen after decades. Okay. So, yeah, Fox McCloud's in it. And we got more stuff about Fox. Let me try to find for you guys. Fox McCloud. It's pretty awesome. I like it, but I wish it was, there. You could see it, whatever. But it didn't happen like that. It didn't happen that well. Let me try to find some stuff here. So, again, here with Mugen Lord, he said the same thing. I'm guessing Star Fox is playing a secondary role similar to Donkey Kong in the first film. Yes. So Donkey Kong had a little bit their role. I think this is going to be the same with Star Fox. I agree, too. His appearance could also mean a movie and a new game in the works. Now, it makes sense. They decided to skip ahead and go Galaxy next. It would be cool if they meet Kirby and Samus. They could easily. We now need a Punch-Out Metroid F-Zero Kirby movie. Mario could easily appear in Punch-Out as a reference or a Dr. XD laughs. Yeah. No items. Fox only. Final destination. Here you go. Here's the latest poster. There you go. He looks cool. He looks good. Fox looks good. He looks cool. I like it. I like Fox McCloud. Is that Fox's ship? The main ship? I think it is. I forgot what it's called. The big one. It's not the R-Wing or whatever it's called. This is something else. But Star Fox could be the next, animated Star Wars, Star Trek kind of movie. I would like it to have more serious tones to it than Mario. I would like to, because there's some fighting and there's crazy stuff in there that is more toward to a more older demographic. But who knows? This is true, though. So there's going to be maybe a game and maybe next thing for Star Fox to come out, too. So, yeah, pretty much. Makes sense, though. Makes sense. Makes sense for that for Star Fox. Let's see here. We have more Star Fox. Let me see. More Star Fox. Fox McCloud. Fox McCloud. A lot of people are saying it's Super Smash as well. We heard that. Yep. Here we go. So we got another one here by Beep. Krista from Geeks and Gamers and stuff. And she said, oh my God, that vest. Burn. What a reveal. Glenn Powell is the voice of Fox McCloud. Let's go. So I don't hate Glenn Powell. I don't mind Glenn Powell. I think he could be a really good Fox. And I think he could be a good Fox. It depends what voice he's going to do for Fox. Is he going to be more raspy? Is he going to do something different on his voice? But we will see. I don't know. But I don't hate Glenn Powell. I think he's a pretty good actor. So I don't think this is a bad pick at all. I think, if anyone, I would have, to be honest, I could even see Ryan Gosling being Fox McCloud too. But it's not too bad. I don't mind this one at all. I don't mind this one. That vest is pretty sick, though. Fox McCloud, baby. Fox McCloud is here, dude. It's awesome. Awesome. I love that vest. A lot of people are saying, where did you get that vest, dude? It's so sick. Aura or farming right there. More importantly, where is people buying that vest? Facts. Very nice. Very nice. Really good. So, yeah. Glenn Powell is voicing Fox McCloud. I hope he has a second role in this. Something interesting to be playing here. So, like Donkey Kong did, like Mugen Lord said. Hopefully that's what happens, you know? Hopefully that's what happens. But I like it. I like that one. I like that they're doing that, but would I recommend? I would want a movie instead, but like its own movie, Star Fox movie or something, you know? Before we do Smash Brothers. Before we even do Smash Brothers, can we just have a movie of all these characters? Like, that's what I want. Just like their own story, your backstories and everything. Like, something cool like that. Like, the main stories. We would like that. But, yeah. All right. Let's go through these real quick again. There's some other ones here, guys. Oh, I forgot. There's more here. I already forgot about this. Brie Larson, Captain Marvel herself. Brie Larson thinks Hollywood can learn from gaming community. Huh? Wait, Brie Larson's actually becoming likable now? Because, you know, Brie Larson had her time where she was very, very, I don't know what was happening there. She was changing. And she's changing for the better now. She's actually changing. She's the voice of Rosalina in the Mario Brothers movie, Galaxy. And let's see what she said. Brie Larson believes it's time for the film and TV universe to consider what they could learn from the world of video games. Let's see what she says here. There's something here. She was some sort of podcast. Larson explained that she believes the world of gaming is larger than the world of TV and film. She's not wrong. She's not wrong. Modern time, yeah. Back then, not so much. Now it is. She also says she's been talking more with those who work in video game companies and believes that just as people ask about the films, shows, and the books their peers are interested in, video games should be included that conversation too. I agree. They should. Furthermore, she believes that video games have taken a lot from Hollywood, and now it's time for Hollywood to learn from the video game medium. Well, if they can, because Hollywood just keeps fucking up both ways, but I hopefully they can, you know? It's possible. You just need passionate people. I feel like Brie Larson might be getting into, like, voicing in games. She might be a voice actor now. You know, she could be in movies here and there, of course, and TV shows, but I feel like she's having more fun doing just voice acting. I could be wrong. She could be. We could hear her in a couple of movies sooner or later, or games. We're going to hear her voice, which is fine. I'm fine with that if she does a good performance. The gaming community is much bigger than the film and television world. People want movies. What movies did you see? Or what book are you reading? But not so much to ask, what video games are you playing right now? I believe we'll be surprised to find that more people are actually playing games. She says there's so much that video games are taking from cinema, and I think it's really time for us in cinema to recognize that we can take from video games. And we've seen this. Keanu Reeves always asking, I would like to be in more games. Norman Reedus in Death Stranding, he's also up for more roles in games. Like, there's actors just wanting to play characters or game voice characters in games. There's like Nick Apostolakis from the voice of Leon and the motion capture. He's a huge gamer. He plays games. Same as the Wesker actor. They both play games. They play all the Resident Evils. They play all the games. Like, these people they're hiring are actually not just actors and voice actors, but they are actually people that enjoy what they do, and they love to put their voice or their acting skills in the games themselves, because it's a new format that a lot of people are liking. Now, could it be bad or could it be worse? It could be good. Yes, both ways. When it's too much of actors, where I see Norman Reedus' face in a game, it ruins a little bit of the immersion. I wish it was a detailed face where, it's a face where they created themselves instead of using Norman Reedus' face. It kind of leaves it out. Like, even Keanu Reeves in Cyberpunk, Johnny Silverhand, like, yeah, we know his face, but I wish we could just hear his voice as the character. Sometimes I liked it back in the day when you had predetermined creators making these characters and making their face. Now it's just everything's just capture face, and then that's it. We're using the actor's likeness in the game, and they have a different name and everything. Like, yeah. But if, actors get their voice into the game, I'd be like, oh, that's cool. That's Keanu Reeves' voice. Oh, that's awesome, kind of deal. So, but yeah, she's kind of like, this is better. I just want to do my own thing, and I don't have to talk about politics. I don't have to talk about social causes. I just want to open up a Yoshi egg. That's like what she sees in this video I saw. She's like, I just want to open up a Yoshi egg and play some games and have fun. And, have some fun and be inspired or something to do these games, kind of deal. But she's like, yeah, that's cool too, but I like this one better. So she's truly a gamer, and good for her. Good for her. She's changing her ways. She's trying to be more, how would I say the word, likable now, because she had that phase she had that was very weird and people didn't like her. The Rachel Zegler effect, I would say, also, but Rachel Zegler's worse. Brie Larson, I think, has turned. I think she's way better now what she was in that. I think what happened is Captain Marvel didn't resonate with her as much as she thought, the character. And then again, it wasn't her fault, I think. It was just the writing was bad for that character, It was badly written. So, yeah. Good for her. Good for her. I hope she kills it. I hope she does well with Rosalina. I'm going to watch it and see it for myself. But I think she will do a good job, because I think her favorite game is Star Wars. Or, not Star Wars. I'm so dumb. Mario Galaxy. So, it's one of her favorite games. So, she's going to make it her best. That's good. That's a good one there. Let's see here. Let's see what we got. Okay. Let's go. Let's go into this one real quick. I saw this and I couldn't believe it. Because everything we known, this is by Insider Gaming, unseen Jak and Daxter remaster pitch footage surfaces online. So I've seen this footage, and I think we can see it because it's on Twitter. It's insane. I can't believe that especially Naughty Dog, where they said, we cannot make these cartoon characters anymore. We went too realistic. It's just impossible with the technology we have now. Okay. We're going to read this, because everything that Neil Druckmann said about that, and I've read in books about how they can make Jak 4, it's impossible with the technology. It just looks weird and everything. That is a complete lie, or they're just incompetent in general, because this will just ruin the whole narrative that you could make a Jak and Daxter game. You could, with the graphics they have. They just don't know how to do it. It's absolutely absurd. This is why. Check this out. Footage from Jak and Daxter remaster pitch has been revealed, and it does look very good. Jak and Daxter is a highly popular video game franchise created by Naughty Dog. However, fans of the series have not seen a new game since 2009, when Jak and Daxter The Lost Frontier was released for PS2, PSP, and PS Vita. While we did receive a remaster version through the Jak and Daxter collection for PS4, there was another remaster pitch for the series. I think the PS3 version was better than the PS4. Just saying. Jak and Daxter remaster pitch footage looked really promising. Thanks to a LinkedIn post by Travis Howe, a senior animator at Sanzaro. So Sanzaro is the people that I think Meta bought them out. But their last game, I was very impressed. I wish they continued. Was Sly Cooper 4: A Thieves in Time. They made that game. And that was the last, I think, game they worked with PlayStation. And they tried to bring back Sly Cooper, which they pulled the plug because I guess Sony said, we need to be making more money. Like, of course, greed, of course. I think it did well. But the thing is, even the Sly Cooper community said it was pretty decent. It was pretty good. We wanted more of it. That was the problem. We just wanted more. And there was a lot of a cliffhanger ending with Sly and everything in Egypt. And we found out, where is it? Where's the DLC? Because they had planned DLC. And, PlayStation, Sony cut it. So Sanzaru just left. They did other games. And then Meta pretty much bought them out. So Sanzaru fans have had the opportunity to view footage from the Jak and Daxter remaster pitch. So they wanted to remaster or do something with Jak and Daxter, which I would have been like, heck yeah, because I feel like Sanzaro would have done pretty good with this, pretty faithful, or do something new with Jak and Daxter. For this pitch, the developers created an animated in-game cutscene shot for shot to demonstrate what the updated version would look like. This included highly detailed enhancements to Jak and Daxter's character models, as well as improvements to the in-game environments, making it more suitable for current generational systems. Howe clarified that the pitch was not commissioned by Sony and that the company had no involvement in the proposal. It was simply a fan pitch to try to gain their permission. The senior animator who confirmed that Jak and Daxter remaster wasn't to be. However, he encouraged fans who still want a remake to speak up and make their voices heard. Interested readers should check out the pitch footage below. And this is it. We're going to check it out. Can we play it? So let me try to click on it. Let me get it on Twitter. Twitter/X. Hey, yo. Okay, so here we go. Jak and Daxter ECU immunity. Travis Howie. This is the game, the pitch. Sanzero Games 2018 to 2026. A while back, a team was assembled to pitch a remaster Jak and Daxter. I asked the animate an IGC shot for shot to show what update version would look like. Not commissioned by Sony, a fan pitch game permission. So check this out, guys. I was like, dude, I need this. But I was like, at the same time, I think it's still a wonderful game. I love the Jak and Daxter as is, how it looks. But this, just like the Medieval remake, I really liked how it looked. It looks just like the Medieval remake. And I like that. It's very colorful. It has a lot of things to it. I like it.
Man, that stung! I told you we shouldn't have come here, and you listened! What? Okay.
It looks so good.
I'm fine.
It looks so good, dude. Holy shit.
Holy shit.
It looks so good. So I don't want to hear Naughty Dog with this bullshit take that they cannot remake or not even remake, but do a new Jak and Daxter game. They can. Why can you make it with these graphics? Why is it so hard? So this is the top and this is the bottom. Look how good it looks. It looks good. You know, it's more brighter and everything, but it still looks good. It's not too bad. Source. So this was made by a fan. Could you imagine if fans had control of the IP and remade the game? They were just making the same game, just make it look more beautiful, like this video. Well, it was made by a small team, I'm guessing within Sanzuro Games, as a pitch to Sony. But yes, it was a fan pitch, technically. Fortunately, Sony and especially Naughty Dog hate women. So expect big changes if the series was to be remade. That is true. I really don't want it to be remade anymore, actually, now I think about it. But the concept of it would have been cool if nothing was, altered. Because, damn, these characters look good. Even if they were cartoony, you knew the demographic who this is for, right? Like, it was awesome. It's a different time. Soul versus Soulless. Some people are not okay with it. I thought it looked good. I'm sorry, but the animation in the original is better, much more expressive, which better fits the dialogue. I said that I'm also good with the original. I'm not bad. I don't hate it. The remake's also pretty good, though. I don't hate it that much, but I don't know. Maybe some people think the other one was better. I like both. I appreciate the visual vision, but it looks terrible. The Jak and Daxter renders show what they were supposed to look like. I just can't see it any other way. Yeah, but I think it looked good. I don't think it looks bad. But you know what? It still ruins the thing about it that Jak and Daxter can't be made because the technology's lost. We can't make these cartoon characters no more. That's a bunch of bullshit. That's straight up a bunch of bullshit because it can be done. It can be done. I don't think it looks that bad. I don't think that it looks that bad. Maybe, maybe if they tweaked it a little bit, they could do something about it. But it's not that bad. I think it looked good. I think it looks good. I don't know. Some people might say it looks bad, but I think it looks good. I like the other one too. I still like how Jak Daxter still looks, even if it was remastered or not. I still like how it looks, so I'm not a hater. I'm not a hater of that, so. Okay, let's get into quick stuff because I'm a little bit going over now. 2-hour mark almost there. I think I'm going to skip some of these. Yeah, I'm going to skip that. Let's get into Harry Potter. So the Harry Potter HBO series just showed their new teaser trailer. To be honest, not really a teaser. It was longer than a teaser. It felt like a trailer. But okay. Their new trailer for this new show. Which we're not going to show because a lot of people are getting copyrighted, as I know. I heard Warner Brothers doesn't like that. So HBO's Harry Potter series, actor versus Warner Brothers, Harry Potter actor. So we're going to check out the differences between them. But I did watch the trailer, and I think it's so meh. Like, we're retelling the story again. So the books are obviously the best of this because that's the original source. Then you had the movies. The movies, even though they were faithful at some and some were altered and changed a little bit, which is fine because not anymore, but I used to be when I was a kid, I used to be a Harry Potter fan. Like, I loved Harry Potter. I really did. I used to love it when I was a kid. But what happened is over the years, I just got detached. The fandoms got bigger, and for some reason, Harry Potter doesn't resonate as much with me as it used to be back then. I'm kind of like out of Harry Potter, but I don't mind seeing new things from Harry Potter, which this is not new. This is just a retelling of the books again, which we saw in movie format. That's the only difference. So this one is going to be longer, and there's going to be more things in there that they cut out of the movies, which, okay, that's fine, that's good. But we have problems here because when I saw this, I didn't feel anything for it. First of all, they have Hans Zimmer, not John Williams, doing the score. The Dun, 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 dun. You know that song? It's a classic song. Everyone knows the Harry Potter theme. Everyone knows that from the movies. Like, even if you hate the movies or not, they're still really wonderful, good movies. And they're classics. They're just classics. And we're done with the movies now. So now we're going to have to milk it, right, guys, with another Harry Potter. They could have done, like I said with one of my friends, they could have done a story in the Harry Potter universe, like Fantastic Mr. Beast, even though that wasn't the best. They could do new stories around it, not retell the same story over and over and over. That's what it pisses me off the most about this Harry Potter announcement. Now, checking out the actors from and now is kind of interesting because I think some of the casting is pretty good at best, and some are just like questionable, like, why did you do this? There's only one reason why. You had to check off a box. There's no other reason. So here we go. Harry Potter. I think Harry looks good. Kind of looks like Harry. It's fine, you know. I don't really have a problem with Ron Weasley, the actor. Pretty good. Hermione. Where's Hermione? Grangar. What the? Is it glitched? Where's the actor for Hermione? Oh, they might have. Oh, this Geeks and Gamers article probably messed up. Well, there's another Hermione, and she's like, she's more of like, she's a little bit more of tan skin than white, which is fine. It doesn't really bother me that much, the Hermione one, to be honest. Or the Ron or Harry. I think all the main characters, the three kids, are fine. I think they're fine as is. Now, Hagrid looks good, but when he talks, he doesn't have that gruffle, like that deep voice he has, like in the movie. It's more of like, I'm a friendly man. I'm a big old man. I'm a big man that is very friendly. Like, he just feels like, I will tell you the story about your parents, Harry. They were very good people. And in this one, he's just like, oh, Harry, you're a wizard, Harry. I'm a what? Yeah, you're a wizard. Let me tell you what I have to do. I'm going to tell you what to do. This is what you should do, Harry, because I'm going to help you. Like, it just, the tone is completely different. It's like the whole show, the trailer, the tone to music, it's more darker, not as light, not as whimsically. It's not like happy or like mysterious or magical. It just feels like dark. Like, even here, look, light, dark, even these shots. Like, look at, I don't know, I'm not feeling it. Dumbledore's okay. We'll see. He hasn't talked yet. We heard Hagrid talk, and it wasn't the best, but Dumbledore, it's okay. So far, it's all right. Let's see. Professor Maeve, he's okay. It's fine. It's a little bit younger. This one is the one that everyone's complaining about. And this one actually makes it worse. Severus Snape. Dude, Severus Snape is crazy how different he is. Like, Alan Richmond was a really good Severus Snape. Like, Severus Snape. Straight up. He was a good Snape. He did it well. He played it well. And then we got this one.
Holy shit.
How is this similar? Who told... And he has dreadlocks, too. He has dreadlocks. He has dreads. Who's this? Papi Azendo? I don't even know how you say his name. And the show is called Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. They're straight up just doing the first movie again. Dude, how are they milking it this hard? It's ridiculous. And the memes about this character, like online, you see the memes about it. It's insane. People are making fun of it. Like, this is straight up a race swap. Like, straight up, this is a race swap. This is checking the DEI boxes for sure. Like straight up, there's no reason why this had to happen. Like even in the books, they say that he has like, big nose, greasy hair, white paley skin, and all that. Like this is not it. And if you don't like it, like the actor says, I'm gonna have death threats and stuff around me and everything. It's like, dude, you signed up for this. You signed up for this thing. Like you should be knowing that if you sign up, you're gonna have so much people dislike it because you're nothing like in the books that is told, or even in the movie. You're just a completely different cast. It feels like you need to be casted as another character. Like I would be okay if they had a teacher like him in the show. That's fine. Like it's another, like a new teacher or some sort of other character. I'd be fine, but not as Snape. That's the problem people are having. Please, this is not Snape. Let's see Malfoy. Draco Malfoy. It's pretty good. Still douchey. Still, you want to punch him in the face, kind of douchey character. Not as much douchey. It might be douchier in this. I don't know. Lucius Malfoy. Okay. Molly Weasley. Okay. It feels like some of them are just younger. It's like younger versions. Fred and George Weasley. Okay. Ginny Weasley. Okay. Okay. So who else we got here? Petuna Drosley. So this is the mother, right? Yeah, this is the mother. Harry's mother. Or adopted mother or whatever. Not the real mother. Adopted or whatever. Or sister? I forget. Something. I'm trying to remember. Garrick Obernd. This one's good. This is a good casting too. So yeah, that's pretty much it. How they look for each one. Like I said, a lot of the casting it looks good. This is the worst casting for sure. This is straight up just, hey yo, this is actually yeah, this is just weird. This is one of the worst castings I've seen for that one. That one's really bad. I don't know. It's really bad. But yeah, like I said, it looks meh to me. I don't sense anything where I'm excited about it. Like maybe I'll check it out, whatever. But I'm not like excited about it or anything. It just felt like a nothing burger. When I watched it, I was like, the music didn't hit. The tone didn't hit. It's just, it feels like a cash grab again. It didn't feel like Harry Potter. Like, Harry Potter had its time, and I think it's good. Leave it as is. Now you're going to get the Star Wars treatment like Disney did to Star Wars. You're going to get that Harry Potter treatment with it now. And Harry Potter, even with the Mr. Beast, it didn't, like, hurt the main franchise. This could hurt it in some way. But now, Harry Potter, you had it good. Now, who knows? This is where you're going to get the Star Wars treatment for you guys. So, I don't know. Who even asked for this? Like, who even said, I want a faithful adaptation series of Harry Potter? I feel like no one asked for this. No one. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I feel like no one did. But I don't know. It's pretty weird. Pretty weird. Just a sec, guys. I had someone message me. All right. Okay. All right. So we're done with that. Harry Potter is donezo, I would say. We could look at some memes real quick. Let's see what they have here. Verbal Riot. They should have just made it an all-black Harry Potter show, like The Wiz. You're a wizard, motherfucker. That's crazy. Dude, The Wiz? That's like the Wizard of Oz, but the black version of it. Dude, I feel like they should have just made this a comedy, like a parody kind of thing. They should have. They should have done that, but they didn't. They didn't. Oh, sorry, guys. I'm not leaving you yet. But yeah, that's funny. The Wiz. The Wiz. Let's see what else we got here. Another one, Verbal Riot. If Black Snape doesn't tell somebody's to shake it like a parallel picture in the new Harry Potter show, then why even watch it? Bro, that's crazy.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
That's crazy, dude. Shake it, shake it, shake it like a Polaroid picture. Oh my gosh, dude. That's crazy. That's so good, dude. Oh shit, dude. That's crazy. Oh no. These memes are crazy. Look at this one. Bruh. The Black Snape looks like he used to work at Good Burger. Bro.
Huh?
No!
No. The internet will do what internet does. You know, internet will meme the heck out of this. And yeah, for sure. Oh, here's another one. The Snape we got versus the Snape we deserved. Dude, Adam Driver would have been a perfect Snape. Dude. Adam Driver would have been a perfect Snape. Like, since we're doing like besides Dumbledore, I feel like all the other ones are a little bit younger. I could be wrong though. But if we're doing younger characters and stuff, like Adam Driver straight up would have been a good Snape. Straight up. That's crazy. That's crazy. Dude, I'm telling you, like, you could have casted anyone else besides the actor they casted. It was a miscast, for sure. It's crazy how much shit it's getting. There's more here. Oh my gosh. The memes keep coming. This one's a video. This one's a video. Holy shit. Everyone is talking about Black Snape. So I thought, well, let's use AI to just put him in a movie and see how it feels. I'm really excited now. I'm telling you, this needs to be parody. This needs to be in like Scare Movie 6 or something, straight up. Just make fun of it.
Oh, yo, yo, Professor Snizzle in the potions hizzle. It's your boy Snape, gonna teach you lot about potions, boy. Potions is good for everything. Potions get them galleons. Potions get super fine hoes. You need to put a fool on ice? Potions gonna do that too.
Oh my gosh.
Hold up. Is that Harry Potter? Sup, player?
Your old man used to call me the Inward when we was at school.
So random.
Does anyone want to pass to say the Inward?
Hermione.
Potter, do you know what the Inward is?
I don't know, sir.
Who here has ever called someone the Inward before?
Hermione. Of course.
I don't know, sir.
These diversity hires are always like this, innit?
I heard that you cracker-ass ginger. 50 points from Gryffindor, for real.
I wanted an inward pass.
Oh my god, dude. That's so good. This is so good, dude. Wow. Holy shit.
Holy shit.
That's crazy. Hermione would want that. She would want the pass. She would. She would. It's so funny. Okay, one more, and then we're going to be done with Harry Potter memes. Because this one might be the craziest one. The first scene, this is by Dr. Falaxtic. The first scene with the new Snape has been leaked. Oh my gosh.
In these anti-racism classes, my ass will attempt to penetrate your ass's mind.
Thank God you said mind.
Should my ass find any memories that reveals your ass to be a racist, we'll be sending your ass to Azkaban prison, you feel me? Now, any questions your ass want to ask?
I do have one, actually. How is it that you can evidently pronounce arse correctly, but you're incapable of pronouncing arse, which is basically the same word, but with a curse sound at the end?
Another word that ends in cuz, motherfucker, protego your ass.
Time to set up my 4chan account.
Oh no. Oh no. Hey yo.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
This is crazy, dude.
I wonder if it still counts as racist if no one's around to hear me say it. Wow, and these don't even list the per capita numbers.
Stop it. Shit, Pala. Next time I'm gonna see your ass combing your hair and growing yourself a yee-yee-ass mustache.
We've been at it for 10
Dude, this is a parody, and the funny part is, it's like straight up parody. Like, this is not gonna be in the show. Even though probably the show is gonna do crazy numbers. It might fall off later. I don't know. It depends on how well it's made. They're putting a lot of money into it, Warner Brothers, HBO. But, like, just letting you know, like, some people would think this is, like, offensive. It's not really, well, maybe, but to the point, this is supposed to be comedy. Like, this is what you used to do, like, parody comedies, and people just were okay about it. Like, everyone had a laugh. It doesn't matter what side you were on. This was, like, funny. So, that's what I'm talking about.
If I could just rest.
Racism don't rest, Potter, so we can't neither. Now sit your ass down. Potato. I'll have 2 number 9s, a number 9 large. Now that is
Big
some
smoke.
tasty fried chicken. Hey, cuz, this time, would it be possible to get the fried chicken put inside of the watermelon?
Sir, that's the 4th time you've asked us that today. I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to leave the premises.
What? What? What the fuck? That's crazy, dude.
I'm sorry, sir. I...
Get your ass out of here, boy. And then he called me the N-word and he left.
I'm terribly sorry, Severus. That sounds
It's always the N-word. He always calls me the N-word and then left.
like quite the ordeal.
Damn straight. I'm gonna need some reparations over this shit.
Perhaps we can order some fast food to help ameliorate the situation.
Ameliorate? I never heard of that spell.
I simply mean to cheer you up.
Ah, I see.
Some burgers, perhaps? Some pizza?
Pizza? Why can't a nigga you take me for? Expecto Patron!
Oh no! His spirit. Oh no, he summoned the chicken. Oh no, bro.
Holy shit.
Oh no. That is actually crazy. Oh my gosh.
Chicken. After all this time.
Always, motherfucker.
Chicken? Oh my gosh, dude. That is crazy.
In these anti-racism classes.
Hopefully that doesn't get copyright. Hopefully, guys, that didn't get copyright. That's crazy work. Yeah, enough of that. But I'm just saying, Harry Potter, I don't know. We will see what happens with this Harry Potter thing, because I don't think, for me personally, even though I used to like Harry Potter a lot, I'm kind of done with Harry Potter. It was a thing. I liked it. I'll watch the movies and I'll do some stuff about Harry Potter and this and that, but I'm not really in that world no more with Harry Potter, so it is what it is. Harry Potter is going in a weird direction, and that's what's happening there with Harry Potter. But you know what's even weirder? My bad. We got some problems with Epic Games / Fortnite. Guys, this might be the downfall or start of the downfall of Fortnite Epic Games. This isn't looking too good. And this is pretty much a warning shot to a lot of the live service games in the industry with games and just the game industry as a whole. The downfall of Fortnite is happening. This is by Silver. The game is changing too fast and too much to the point where it feels like money printing too many new cosmetics, too many game modes. Fortnite is spamming collaborations to drive more sales. Fortnite brought back OG characters and lore in hopes of bringing OG players back and making more money. Fortnite increased V-Bucks prices, which we covered 2 weeks ago, prices because they apparently need more money while paying out millions monthly to brain rot maps. Okay, there are some creative maps that are actually pretty good. I'm going to give that. But there are a lot of bad brain rot maps out there. It's a fact. There's so many bad ones. But there are some good ones there too that are actually creative. Fortnite has laid off over 1,000 employees or more, I've heard, including many who helped shape the game into what it is today. I've heard of that. That sucks to hear. Really bad. If it's too obvious now, it's about the money. As much as I like this game, their decisions have led us to where we are now, and it's not looking good. The release of GTA 6 is likely going to make it even worse. We will see. But yeah, so the whole thing about Fortnite and Epic Games is they're mismanaging their money. Like I said before, there's some money mismanagement, there's some greed, but there's also like they said they fired 1,000 employees. These could have been, I know there are people that actually lost their job who are actually hardworking and actually want to make great stuff with Fortnite and everything else with Epic Games. I understand that. And that is an unfortunate loss. I feel bad for those people. But there are people on here I've seen that have crazy, weird things in their bio. One of them was like a raptor dude who dresses at his job as a dinosaur. Like some crazy ass people that are need to mentally be checked, because there's some really weird ass people and there's weird agendas connected with that. So there are people that probably been there for a while and now they're getting laid off, which is unfortunate. And then there's people who are just there because they're just there. They're not doing much. If they were actually good at what they did, they wouldn't be laid off. Like, a lot of people say that. But then again, there are people that get laid off who've been there for a while, that have done the job and are really well at what they do. Those got laid off, which is unfortunate. And then there are people who are just there for just being there, like a DEI hire or whatever. They might have those. It's like we can't just assume that 1,000 employees of this group are all people that actually worked hard. Then I'll be like, well, you just fired all your best employees. That wouldn't make no sense, right? So some of these were just people that really didn't do much there and probably didn't have really much to say, and they lost their jobs because mismanagement, of course. It's just mismanagement. In the end, it just leads to mismanagement. They didn't know what they're doing. This is the active players chart over the past few years. Yeah, it's been going down and down. Like, I played this season of Fortnite, the Chapter 7 Season 2, I think it is called. It's better than last season. The last season was terrible. I did not like the last season at all. This season is a bit better, but by not much. I really don't like this season either, to be honest. It's not that good, Fortnite. It's like, Fortnite, every season when you hop in, it's like, oh, cool. And then it just dies out. It's not fun. It's not as fun as it used to be. It's just like, yeah, I want to get this cool cosmetic, but I got to grind to get this cosmetic. I'm like, I don't know if it's even worth it anymore. Sometimes they do cool collabs and things, and I'm like, cool, I want to join in and everything, and then they do cool skins. Now they're just lazy with the OG, just the random Fortnite skins. They're lazy with them. They're not really that well made, as well as the collabs. Some of them are good, and some of them are just absolutely just lazy and not well made. So, to each their own with that one. But there is more, because it's like we're getting these collabs now. So we're getting Disney's Hercules Fortnite skins. And this is also, again, you get Hercules, Meg, and Hades. Which, I love Hercules. I love this. But guess what? I'm not going to be grabbing this because these look like ass. I don't like the shade they did. Like, the design of them don't look that good. I was like, I love Hercules, but these designs don't look that special. They don't look that good. And with the V-Bucks increase, why would I get this? Like, I don't want to get these skins. I would get them if they were lower. But the thing is, people are not getting these skins no more. It doesn't matter what collab you're doing. It's because only these big streamers are grabbing them. Normal people are not grabbing these skins because it's just not worth it no more. It's just too expensive. Everything's just expensive, you know? It's not because people are like, oh, you're broke. You got a job. I know those people always say that. But I'm like, yeah, but even people that are like have money, they're even saying that this is expensive. Like, how could you be so pro-corporate in this situation when there's no evidence of anything? They just increase everything and lay off. Like, that's how bad it's doing? Fortnite's doing bad? No, you give me a break, dude. Give me a break with this shit. Live service is literally failing in front of our eyes right now. These live service games are failing. I'm not saying all of them, but Fortnite was the top dog. So when the top dog fails hard like this, everyone will feel it in the industry. So what is going to be happening? I'm telling you, Indie AA is for the win right now. Very rare you're going to see a AAA game. But I feel like a lot of people are going back to playing single-player games or these cheaper, like, cooperative friend games they usually do. I think a lot of them are going to be those. Because what we're seeing with Fortnite is, it's just, there's so much money in it. $1 billion company, and they can't even manage it correctly now. They're just too much. The collaborations cost too much. The music tracks cost too much. The cars cost too much. You're paying for all these IPs, all these different things, and it's just a massive amount of money, and they're not getting their money shares back. But who knows? Maybe they just took it all for themselves. You never know. There's a lot of questions to be asked, and none will be answered because it's just PR stunt. They're going to be like, oh, we're sorry for this. We're going to help them transfer to somewhere else. All the people that got laid off, blah, blah, blah. You always hear this. But how is this going to affect, Fortnite? Is it going to actually feel better or is it going to be worse? Like, what is happening? Maybe lower the collaborations, but also Epic Games. Hear me out here. I know you want to compete against Steam, and you're starting to try to do that. It only took you 8 years to have gifted games on your Epic Games Store launcher. Only 8 years. Bruh. Steam has had that for a while. I'm just saying, maybe you need to stop giving away those free games every week. It's just a food for thought. Get rid of the free games you give out every week. Free games, my ass. Yes, they are free, but only for that launcher. You don't own the game again. I talked about before, you still don't own the game. If Epic goes down, Game Store, you lose all that. So, again, if you want people to actually buy stuff on your Epic Game Store, which no one does, everyone buys stuff on Steam, on PC, I'm telling you, you gotta get rid of the free games every week. You gotta stop that. And most of those games are not even that good or very just subpar at best. Some of them are actually bigger names, of course, but some of them are just subpar. You got to stop doing the free games. You got to stop the 15% thing and raise it to 30%, just like Steam. I know you're trying to compete and you're trying to like, oh, Steam's doing it bad, everything. They're crying about, well, Steam is making money and you guys are losing money, Epic Games. So straight up, you're doing something wrong. And the process that you're doing is not working, it seems. And Steam, it's still working. They have a 30% cut. You guys have 15 or 10% cut. And you're getting exclusives on your Epic Games Store. And you're doing the free games. You have to pay every time. You're always paying. So it's not working out for you guys. You're going to need to actually have people pay for what you have on your store. Because no one's buying your stuff. Even with the balances, even if you get something on the Epic Games Store and you get the balance and you get a little bit off, like, That's the only reason to use your Epic Game Store, because you get a little kickback from it. But besides that, it has no discussions you can do on Epic Game Store. You have no discussions like on Steam, where people have their own actual input and discuss about things, or no reviews to actually see what people think. No profile to actually customize and see some cool things with it. You're lacking in that department. And that's why everyone is not caring. The only time they use the Epic Game Store is when you boot up Fortnite, Rocket League, Fall Guys, any of those games that are free to play and you want to play with cross-play with other people. That's the only time. No one's using Epic Games. Straight up. If you want to go, you go to Steam. Or if you want to go for classic OG games, you go for GOG. That's it. Epic Games is only for Fortnite. And now Fortnite is not making enough money for them because a lot of the players have lost interest and the seasons have been dog shit over the years. So you got to do something. You got to fix the game. First of all, fix the game. There's a lot of problems with the game itself. You need to fix it to make it fun. It's not fun at the moment. It's just blah. It's okay, but I'd rather play something else still. I'd rather play Marvel Rivals every time. I'd rather play Marvel Rivals. Even though that game's not perfect either, I'd rather play Marvel Rivals. So you're competing with other services like that. I'm just saying, just get rid of those freaking free games and you might have something there. And we have another one. This just came out like yesterday, 2 days ago. Lola Bunny and Daffy Duck. Another collab. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Another collab. Like, it keeps going. And before that, we had another collab here. Let me show you. Let me show you the next collab. And then we had Game of Thrones. We had Fortnite Game of Thrones collab, cinematic trailer. We had Jon Snow, Daenerys Targaryen, and the Night King. Dude, these I really want to get like one of these skins, but the thing is, it's so expensive. You can't even get any of these. They're so expensive. Everything expensive. In the bundle itself, so if you got like Jon Snow, you get his backling, his sword, and the skin. And it's like reactive skin, whatever. Snow's falling on him. Okay, cool. But they don't even give you his emote. It's a separate, the emote. So it's like 1,800 V-Bucks. And then you have another 500 V-Bucks just to spend on the emote, which is pretty epic. You sit on the throne and it does the full song of the Game of Thrones theme. And I'm like, that's so sick. I want to get it. I look at the price. Fuck. How? Oh, my God. It's like, it's the most disgusting. You look at it, I'm just like, fuck. How is it this expensive? How is it even this bad? But it is. It's really this bad, guys. It really is. So, yeah, it's pretty bad. Yeah, with the Game of Thrones, and not even that, though. Not even that. Epic Games, Fortnite, also said, Epic Games has announced that 3 Fortnite modes will be going offline permanently. Rocket Racing, October, Ballistic, April 16, and Festival Battle Stage, April 16. So, from all of these, Ballistic might be the most interesting. I think that I liked Fortnite, Festival Battle Stage. I like Battle Stage. I like Festival, just playing with, like, a Rock Band guitar or whatever. That's cool. But Battle Stage, I really didn't care for. And Rocket Racing, it was a cool concept of a racing thing. Could have been like an F-Zero kind of game. But it just, I didn't see anything new with it, and it didn't interest me that much. Ballistic is the only one that could be cool. It's like a CS2 kind of style game mode. And I thought that one had some implementation that could work more, and I think that one was the most interesting from all of them. Now, the things I would get rid of is, if you want to say waste of a lot of money, is probably the music tracks with the musicians and icon emotes. All those is a problem. I think that wasted the most money is the music, because music is expensive, and there's so much records deals, and you have to do with music. It's ridiculous. So the music, I would say, I wouldn't get rid of Festival, even though I like Festival in some instances. I think Lego Fortnite could be gone. I wouldn't be upset about Lego Fortnite leaving. Or if you want to get rid of Festival, I'd be okay with that. Don't get rid of OG or Save the World. I think those are fine. OG, Save the World's fine. And Reloaded and Blitz. I think those are fine. And I would keep Ballistic. But Rocket Racing, yeah. Festival, Battle Stage, yeah. Only Festival I would leave. And get rid of Lego, I think. And then it should be good. Because I know Lego probably is a large IP too. So, yeah, it's not looking good. And this just shows that the industry, that Fortnite is in a bad situation. And Fortnite was king of the live services. Where now people are kind of upset and are worried where this is going to lead to. Which you should be worried. You should be worried because it's not good. If you just see it as is and you don't question it, it's not going to be good later down the line. Here's Tim Sweeney. Epic Games is laying off over 1,000 employees. Tim Sweeney, I'm sorry we're here again. The downturn of Fortnite engagement that started in 2025 means we're spending significant more than we're making, and we have to make major cuts to keep the company funding. This comes shortly after Epic raised V-Bucks prices. The company is also implementing over $500 million implementing over $5 million in additional cost savings. There you go. Of course, Tim Sweeney is, I don't know. It's not looking good, Tim. Timmy boy, it's not looking good. Here's one by Grums. Even though I'm not a big fan of Grums, I still think this is funny. Fortnite's new skin costs more than the games it's based on. Fortnite's new Peak skin costs almost 3 times as much as the indie game it's based on. That's actually a slap to the face to the Peak developers. That's crazy, dude. I bet you more people are still playing Peak or bought Peak than actually got the skins in Fortnite. A slap to the face of Peak developers. Live View said developers crying after the money they got from their partnership. Spending more skin. That's funny. But it is kind of funny that, like, this indie game, Peak, it costs less for them to bring it out on Steam and everywhere else. And then Fortnite's just charging, like, way more. It's so funny. Like, what the fuck, dude? So messed up. So messed up. Yeah, so anything else in Fortnite? I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, I think that's it for Fortnite. I did have a video, but I am losing a bit time right now, so I won't be doing the long video, but I have one more video to show before we end the stream with Fortnite and all. This is a crazy video I found. And it's a weird one, guys. Yeah, don't be like this. Don't be a content creator or a streamer like this, like DSP, because you will lose all your subscribers, all your followers. This is not a generous person when he talks like this. This is very toxic, and this is very money hungry. And this is not what you're supposed to do. But even though DSP is a meme here, I laugh at DSP sometimes here and there because he's like a gem that won't stop. Like, he's a gem that won't stop. DSP has it's crazy. Yeah, he's a character for sure. Let's just say that. Check this out because I couldn't understand why he would do this and why he might have just had a bad day, or who knows, maybe he needs to pay some stuff off. He needs money. Check this out.
Guys, can we get some support for Street Fighter 6? I had a terrible day earlier trying to play a great game. No one wanted to watch Slay the Spire 2. You guys are here for Street Fighter 6. Support the fucking stream. Let's get some contributions right now during this match. Let's go. I want to shout out contributions when this match is done, period.
Damn, he's getting pissed. Let's fucking, you gotta pay me right now, or we're not doing anything. You gotta do it right now. Fucking do it, chat. Because if you don't do it, I'm ending this right now, and you're not gonna get anything. There's no more. This is over. We're done. Like, he's like, this is what kids do, dude. This is like not what grown men do or adults do. This is childish behavior, like straight up. Straight up. So, and he's not appreciated. You could tell he's not appreciated when someone donates or gives you something. Like, I'm lucky enough if someone donates to me or gives me something. I'm super appreciated. I'm always appreciated. Doesn't matter how much you donate or how much you gift or whatever you do. It helps even a little bit for the channel. Like, come on. It's just like, there's no appreciation for this man. He just straight up just fucking give me money right now. It's like, bitch, you know how much people, I know myself, like, it's hard out there. There's people that, don't want to spend money, which I appreciate. Like, just watching, lurking, subscribing, liking. That's not, you don't have to give anything. No money given for this. But if you do that, that helps me as well. And it helps me a lot because it helps my channel and it helps me grow as a creator itself. Like, just, that's wonderful to see that just in general. Like, what's with all this, like, oh, you have to give me this. It's just like, no, that's not how you do it. So I just wanted to bring this up because I couldn't believe what I just saw and what I heard. And I'm like, that is actually kind of messed. Not even kind of. That's very messed up indeed. Very messed up. But yeah. Yeah, we're not going to watch that. There was a Fortnite clip. It's not a clip, but it's like a long-ass video. And I don't know. I might leave that for another day for sure. But yeah, I think that's it for me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching, lurking, watching playback, watching in the playbacks. You guys are awesome. You guys are the MVPs for sure who watch, return, and come back. You guys are awesome. I appreciate each and every one of you so much. Again, like, sub, if you're new here. It does help. Anything can help the channel. It will with that. Thank you so much, guys. I thank you again. Anything else? I don't know what else will be coming up. I want to do an After Dark special, like I said. No promises because I'm not sure about anything that happens. I'm just thinking about in my mind in the split second. I want to do like an After Dark. I want to do a gaming stream, all that, all sorts of different things. All that. I need to figure out something with time and things to do on the side, kind of do as I go. But yeah, I appreciate all you guys again. Thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful week. I'll be see you in the next one. Let's see. Let's end this for you all. And yeah, have a good one all. I'll see you soon.
Are you not entertained?